The 10 Greatest Fools. Emperor Akbar enjoyed testing Birbal's intelligence. He would often ask him tricky questions and have the strangest demands. One day, Emperor Akbar summoned Birbal and said, Birbal, only wise and learned men come to meet the emperor. For a change, I would like to meet a fool. Bring me the 10 greatest fools in the city. I give you a month's time. As you wish, Jahanpana, but it wouldn't take that long, said Birbal in a mild tone. He then set out to search for the 10 greatest fools in the city. On the way, he came upon an unusual sight. A man was carrying a bundle of sticks on his head while riding a horse. Intrigued, Birbal asked him, Why carry the bundle on your head instead of placing it behind you on the saddle? To which the man replied, Huzur, I really value this horse. After years of serving me, he has become quite old and weak. This bundle of wood might be too heavy for him to handle, so to relieve him a bit, I am carrying it for him. Upon hearing this absurd reasoning, Birbal thought to himself, Aha! There is my first fool. He then turned to the man and said to him, Come with me, and you will never have to carry another bundle in your life. And so, having found his first fool, Birbal continued looking for more. Just then he noticed a man lying flat on his back with his arms in the air. Thinking that the man was sick, Birbal immediately jumped from his horse and rushed towards the man. As Birbal tried to lift him up, the man exclaimed, Please don't touch me. Why, does it hurt? You look like you need medical attention, said Birbal in a concerned tone. I am fine. It's just that my wife has asked me to buy a pot this big, replied the man. If I move my hands, then I won't be able to get the right measurement. I am very scared of my wife, and if I get the wrong pot, she will scold me for the rest of my life. I can't let that happen. And just like that, Birbal had found his second fool. Birbal told the man that he would buy him pots of all shapes and sizes as long as he followed him. Birbal picked him up and they were on their way when suddenly, thud, an old man crashed into Birbal. Birbal immediately turned back and shouted, What is wrong with you? Are you blind? The humble old man immediately kneeled down and began apologizing. He said to him, 1,000 apologies, Huzur. Actually, I wanted to know how far my voice could go. So, I let out a scream and started running after it. But, alas, due to this accident, I will have to start from scratch now. Birbal couldn't believe it. His third fool had literally fallen into his arms. He told the old man that he would give him 2 mohurs if he followed him and led all 3 fools to his palace. Birbal asked the 3 men to reside at his palace for the time being. He didn't have to go too far to find his next set of fools. At a little distance from his palace, he found 2 men quarreling. They were hurling punches at each other. Pow, dishoom, smack. Birbal immediately intervened. Why are you both fighting? Asked Birbal. Huzur, he threatened to set his tiger on my buffalo, exclaimed the first man. Birbal was a bit confused. He didn't see any animals around. He asked the men, But I don't see a tiger or a buffalo. Oh, you will, Huzur, said the second man, if God appears before us and grants us a wish, which you will. The first man grew red with anger and screamed, Did you hear that, Huzur? If I ask God for a buffalo, he insists on asking God for a tiger to eat up my wish. In that moment, the man exploded and began fighting with the second man again. Birbal was left speechless. He didn't know what to do. Just then a voice said only a fool would take these fools seriously. Birbal immediately turned and saw a man approaching him with a jar of oil. The man then said, "If I am wrong, then let my bones break to bits and my blood run like this oil." And crash! He smashed the jar on the ground. Immediately the man regretted his decision. He said, "Ah, what a fool I am to waste such a good jar and such pure oil." Birbal smiled. It isn't every day that a fool would call himself one. Without further ado, he took all three men back to his palace and left them with the other three fools. Now, Birbal had 6 fools in total. After a tiring day of searching for fools, Birbal decided to take a walk at night. The moon was shining bright and it lit up the entire city. Just then, Birbal came across a man who was looking for something on the ground. "What are you looking for?" Birbal asked the man. "I am looking for my ring, Huzur." "Did you drop it there?" "No, I dropped it over there under that tree." "Then why are you searching for it on the open ground?" "Because, Huzur, it's brighter over here, so this is the best place to look for it." And that 7, Birbal thought to himself and promised the man that he would buy him a new ring if he followed him. The man agreed without any hesitation. On the way to the palace, Birbal noticed an old man searching for a sand pile. Birbal immediately rushed to his aid. "What seems to be the problem, good man?" asked Birbal. "Ah, Huzur, perhaps you could help me," said the old man. "I hid my ring in a hole in the sand pile, but now I can't seem to find it. I am doomed." "Why didn't you mark the spot?" asked Birbal. "I naturally did, Huzur," said the old man. "There was a cloud right above the spot where I hid the ring. But alas, that cloud betrayed me and has now vanished, and with it, so has my ring." Birbal was on a roll. He had found the 8th fool just like that. He took both the men with him to his palace. Soon he was ready to present all the fools to the emperor. The next day, Birbal entered Emperor Akbar's court with all the fools. Emperor Akbar was surprised to see him back already. "I didn't expect you to return so soon, Birbal," said Emperor Akbar. "Well, Jahanpana," said Birbal, "everyone knows it's easier to find fools than wise men." Birbal proceeded to recount his encounters with each and every man to the emperor. However, Akbar was not pleased. "Birbal, I asked you to bring me 10 fools." "That's right. These are only 8 fools. Where are the remaining 2 fools?" "They are right here, Jahanpana." "Where?" "Pardon me, but that would be the two of us, my king." "What?" The entire court fell silent, for no one would ever talk to the emperor with such disrespect. "How are you and I fools, Birbal? Explain yourself this instant, or be ready to face the consequences," said Akbar in sheer anger. "Well, you see, Jahanpana, out of all these men, we have been the biggest fools. You for sending me on such an errand, and I for obeying you." "Ha ha ha ha!" The entire court, along with Emperor Akbar, burst into laughter. Birbal had once again dazzled the entire court with his sheer wit and humor.